Greetings of Agrippa. Hello everyone, this is Taliesin McKnight, and thank you for joining me today. We're still reading Book 1, and here it starts to go a little bit deeper into the ways in which the elemental, celestial, and the divine worlds, there's this divine outpouring. So that this world of manifestation below is a reflection of a higher order. And by understanding the occult sympathies which exist between a stone, for example, and a certain star, by understanding these sympathies and the Hermetic adage, as above, so below, we're able to take a certain stone and be able to draw down the powers of the stars and of the spirits into the stone as a vessel, which would be a talisman, or to through the proper creating a ritual alternatively that can draw down astrological or spiritual forces to have an interaction with the spirit and spirit evocation. We're getting into classical Renaissance magic, and of course we're reading this book, The Three Books of Occult Philosophy by Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. Book 1 was published in 1531, and all three together were published in 1533. So this is from the 16th century, one of those great occult classics. And we're going a little bit deeper into this today. Today we're on chapter 11. How occult virtues are infused into the several kinds of things by ideas, through the help of the soul of the world. So you're also getting this idea of anima mundi, or the world soul, which of course goes back to Plato's Timaeus, where he speaks of the universe as having mind and soul. Anyways, and the rays of the stars and what things abound most with this virtue. So chapter 11. Platonists say that all inferior bodies, meaning things here below in matter, again, there's this three-rung world of Agrippa. That's why he has the three books of occult philosophy. The elemental world, the second world up is the astrological. And according to his belief, and prevalent in the Renaissance and in a lot of Renaissance magic, is the idea that when you look at the stars, the placement of the astrological conditions, you're looking out at the cosmos, you're looking at conditions that are reflected down in matter below. And you could say that looking up through the cosmos as a type of window, we catch a glimpse into the mind of God, or into the divine. But this kind of all is another way of looking at Hermetic philosophy and also of the Platonic ideas and the idea of the world soul, which go back to Plato. Anyways, chapter 11. And it mentions Plato here. Platonists say that all inferior bodies, meaning things here below, are exemplified by the superior bodies, things up above. Inferior means literally below and superior above. So it's talking about this three-world model. Platonists say that all inferior bodies are exemplified by the superior ideas. Now they define an idea to be a form, above bodies, souls, minds, and to be but one, simple, pure, immutable, indivisible, incorporeal, and eternal, and that the nature of all ideas is the same. It's talking about Platonic ideas here. Now they place ideas in the first place in the very goodness itself, that is God, by way of cause, and that they are distinguished among themselves by some relative considerations only, lest whatsoever is in the world should be but one thing without any variety, and that they agree in essence, lest God should be a compound substance. In the second place, they place them in the very intelligible itself, that is, in the soul of the world, the anima mundi, the soul of the world, differing the one from the other by absolute forms, so that all the ideas in God indeed are but one form, but in the soul of the world, the universal soul, they are many. They are placed in the minds of all other things, whether they be joined to the body or separated from the body, by a certain participation. Or you could say, like with the working of a talisman, whether there be a talisman to receive those celestial virtues or no, because that would be like the body. They are placed in the minds of all other things, whether they be joined to the body or separated from the body by a certain participation, and now by degrees are distinguished more and more. They place them in nature as certain small seed of forms infused by the ideas, and lastly they place them in matter as shadows. Hereunto may be added that in the soul of the world, or the universal or cosmic soul, hereunto may be added that in the soul of the world there be as many seminal forms of things as ideas in the mind of God, by which forms she did in the heavens above the stars frame to herself shapes also, and stamped upon all these some properties. On these stars, therefore, shapes and properties, all virtues of inferior species, as also their properties do depend, so that every species hath its celestial shape. So here it's talking about all material things below have a celestial or astrological correlation in the higher world. And this is that which many philosophers say. Wait. So that every species hath its celestial shape or figure that is suitable to it, from which also proceeds a wonderful power of operating, which proper gift it receives from its own idea, through the seminal forms of the soul of the world. So here Agrippa is trying to explain how the cosmos works, and this is like the theory behind magic for him. For ideas are not only essential causes of every species, but are also the causes of every virtue, which is in the species. And this is that which many philosophers say, that the properties which are in the nature of things, which virtues indeed are the operations of the ideas, are moved by certain virtues, that is, such as have a certain and sure foundation, not fortuitous, nor casual, but efficacious, powerful, and sufficient, doing nothing in vain. Now these virtues do not err in their actings, but by accident, that is, by reason of the impurity or inequality of the matter. So in a talisman or whatever the object could be imperfect as a receptacle of that force, but the force itself is perfect. But we need a fit matter to receive. So, now these virtues do not err in their actings, but by accident, that is, by reason of the impurity or inequality of the matter. For upon this account there are found things of the same species, more or less powerful, according to the purity or indisposition of the matter. For all celestial influences may be hindered by the indisposition and insufficiency of the matter as a vessel. Whence it was a proverb amongst the Platonists, that celestial virtues were infused according to the desert of the matter, which also Virgil makes mention of when he sings. Their natures fiery are, and from above, and from gross bodies freed, divinely move. Wherefore, these things in which there is less of the idea of the matter, that is, such things which have a greater resemblance of things separated, have more powerful virtues in operation, being like to the operation of a separated idea, We see then that the situation and figure of celestials is the cause of all those excellent virtues that are inferior species. So that is chapter 11. Again, a chapter in a lot of these books from the Renaissance and on back into late antiquity even, a chapter might be a page or two. But it basically summarizes like a little portion. Again, Agrippa's 3 books of occult philosophy is published in the 16th century and kind of breaks down the theory and model of magic into this 3-world model. And here he's talking about how things in our world, material things here in physical existence, are a reflection of higher Platonic ideas and seminal virtues in the universal soul or world soul. So he's picking up on a lot of Hermetic and Platonic concepts here. But the basic premise is events here are reflected in the heavens. And the heavens are a reflection of the divine ideas in the mind of God, basically. So there's a divine outpouring that goes through the cosmos, which we could look upon as a type of window where we can kind of see the powers that are at work, and then finally manifesting here. And he says that the importance of having the proper matter or materia to receive the spiritus or the spiritual forces, we need a proper vessel, which could be understood as a proper ceremony with the proper suffumigations and colors and all of this type of thing. A proper ceremony is a fit matter to receive and draw down, or a proper talismanic object that has the right properties to draw down. So that is just a quick look at today's, that is the full reading, but it's just a little tidbit. So we're doing little snippets of Agrippa here. We're working through the text, and so far we've made it to Book 1, Chapter 11, which we just completed. So we're going to keep doing these little readings of Agrippa, and we're going to keep working through the 3 books of occult philosophy. As I always say, I have a link in the description, and I'm about to upload to you. I do my lives on Facebook, but immediately after I'm going to upload to YouTube. And if you go to the pinned comment on YouTube, you'll see a link where you could buy up copies, and also the description here. So that is chapter 11 of book 1 of the 3 books of occult philosophy. And we're going to keep working through these great occult classics. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a great day, everyone.